Welcome learners to this 48th module of currently available tools for social networking. This is Syed Usman Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Zakir Hussain of College of Engineering Technology, AMU. The concepts that we are going to see in this particular session are a brief recap of what is social networking. Then we will see about what are type of social networks, namely a professional social network and private social networks. And finally, we will see some software tools or packages used in social networking. At the end of this session, the participant will be able to first understand the basic of social network. Second, he will be able to understand the difference between a professional and a private social network. And finally, they will be able to identify software tools for social networking used in professional and personal networks. Now, if we see a brief recap of social networking, the use of dedicated websites and applications to interact with other users or to find people with a similar interest that one's own is called as social networking. As discussed in previous slides, social networks are connections of entities for sharing some information or knowledge. So, based on the type of audience involved and the type of data being communicated, these networks can be broadly divided into two basic types. First is professional social network, second is private social network. So, we will see about professional network in this slide. A professional network service or in an internet context simply professional network is a type of social network service that is focused solely on interactions and relationships of a business nature rather than including personal or a non-business interaction. The type of social networking tools that we use today in our day-to-day lives include like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Facebook and Tutor. Where LinkedIn and ResearchGates are two type of professional networking tools, Facebook and Tutor are one of the type that we use for the personal networking. Now, we start about these tools today. First is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a social network for professionals. Whether you are a marketing executive at a major company, a business owner who runs a small local shop or even a first year student graduate looking to explore future career options. LinkedIn is for anybody and everybody who is interested in taking their professional life more seriously by looking for new opportunities to grow their career and to connect with other professionals. So, we can think of LinkedIn as a professional network, purely professional, like you have to have only professional interest and you can search anybody anywhere in the world which meets your professional interest. You can think of LinkedIn as a high tech equivalent of going to a traditional networking event where you go and meet other professionals in person. Talk a little bit about what you do and exchange business cards. So, it is the same scenario but a virtual the virtual aspect. That means, you personally doesn't go at any place and meet someone, but your profile matches with the other person's profile which are same interest. You exchange some information and you have a connection involved. Now, let us see how a LinkedIn in profile looks like and what are the features are available in LinkedIn. So, LinkedIn, you create friends and your profile can be viewed by your friends or their friends and by friends. This is a simple logic of any social network. That means, if you want to socialize, you cannot talk to a single person. For that, you need to talk to a multiple person around, and you can, but at the other hand, at the same time, you can have only a limited set of friends. So, how to increase this network? This network is increased as we do in a day-to-day life. That means, we are having a 10 friends. These 10 friends might be having 10 more friends. That 10 more friends might be having 10 more friends. So, our circle eventually is of 1000 friends, but I am directly connected to only 10 friends. So, this is the same logic is used in LinkedIn today or any social networking site today. That means, you have some friends and your profile is viewed by them. They can view this profile, they can have some personal information about this profile, but the friends of friends and friends of friends of friends does not have access to the personal information that you have with the particular friend, right. So, this is how LinkedIn works. The diagram that we show today is the diagram shows that over more than 120 million professionals of around 150 industries use LinkedIn. 6.5 million plus students and 9 million recent college graduates use LinkedIn as a professional service, and people are joining LinkedIn at a rate faster than 2 new connections per second. That means, people are using LinkedIn in day to day life. They are connecting more people and more people are professionally oriented these days. Though if we see this diagram, we can see that the Asian countries have less orientation towards LinkedIn, because we are not we should be trending, we should be using LinkedIn more than other personal networking sites. As we can see from the snapshot of a home page of a LinkedIn site, this is also available as https in.linkedin.com. It has following options. The first, at the top of the page, you have a sign in option. Sign in and a sign up has a different meaning. Sign in options are for those who are already registered on this site. They have a username and a password. If you put the right credentials, you are able to go to a profile page. Second, in the middle section of this particular option, we have a particular option of sign up. Sign up means it is an option for those who want to join LinkedIn, but currently they are not registered on this particular site, where that particular person, we need to input some basic information and get ourselves registered for this site. It also has an option to search at the bottom of this particular LinkedIn home page, where we can find an option to find a colleague. In case you know the first name and the last name of a person, and we want to search that particular person and want to read the basic information about his profile, where he works, what degrees he have, how much experience it has. So, we can search him or her using this option. So, you need not to go and register for finding a person. This is a good feature that can be used in LinkedIn to find someone whom is of your interest. Once you are successfully logged into a LinkedIn profile, right, we can find the following options. First, you can see an option for message. A message options helps you to send a private message to a particular person whom you are connected to, and somebody can also send you a private message. Second is the option for notification. Notifications generally means a particular event that has been triggered on your particular page. That means, somebody has put up a new job. So, a notification should come to all the connected person that a person has switched the job and a new company is such and such. So, you will have able to know that these are the new options, new events, new trigger that is triggered in your profile. Third, we will see new friends connection also on the particular slide, on the particular profile page. That means, the connection helps you to find people, companies, jobs with the help of this search bar. Secondly, we are also having an option bar. Option bar generally have their particular options of home, jobs, profile, connections, where you can go and personalize your particular data, you customize your data. Finally, the profile also has a very good feature of view profile as. That means, you can view your profile as a PDF document. If you want to save it as a PDF document, you can use this particular profile and download your particular resume in form of PDF. Now, how this function is better than others, we will see that in case you are traveling to a location where you forgot to have your resume. Now, your resume is a hard copy, you cannot carry everywhere and every place. So, what this helps is, what this profile feature helps is, you can log into LinkedIn because it is available on web based system. So, you can go and check this particular option view profile as PDF and save this PDF and they can take it or print out or share online. Finally, you can see the number of connections. This is an option that is there in your profile and it will help you to identify the number of connections that a particular person has made throughout his particular enrollment in this particular site. The more the number of connections, the more the particular is known to others, and its probability of getting a job or finding a new option is more. Now, the connection option has the following sub options available under it. The first, keep in touch. As we had discussed somewhere in the slides earlier, this keep in touch is slightly different than a keep in touch option of a personal networking. In personal networking, we generally looking for a personal updates like a marriage or a birthday party or some other thing, but this keep in touch is a little different. It lets you know about any recent events like a new work anniversary of a friend or a new job of a friend. So, this keep in touch is little professional than compared to a personal network. Second option that we can see in connection is the add alumni. Once a student is in an organization, he wants a job, the best way to find a job is through a referrals. That means, you want to find people who have studied in your organization, who have worked in your organization, and through these contacts you will try to forward your particular resume in the company or an organization. So, how do you find people who have already studied in your particular organization, who has worked in organization? This option helps them to find these people who were seniors to you, who were earlier than you in working in this particular organizations are called alumni. This option helps you to find the people who have worked with you or before you in this particular organization. You can filter out these people based on the company that they have worked for, based on the country where they are working for, or based on the roles that they are in right now. So, we can find in which country how many alumni are there. We can again filter it out what are the job profiles they are working, and we can also find out what are the technologies they are working for. Now, let us see some more professional networks. One more professional network is for researchers, that is specifically for research graduates, that is called RG. RG stands for ResearchGate, and the website that generally looks for ResearchGate is www.researchgate.net. A professional network for scientists and researchers. Using ResearchGate, you can create new networks and connection, publish your research papers, read published papers, ask technical and specific questions. As you can see from this home page, anyone now can join ResearchGate, but the problem here is you should have a professional email ID. If you are working with an organization, you have to have a professional network ID, email ID for joining as a researcher. For a researcher, like Gmail account or a Yahoo account or a Hotmail account is not considered as valid professional email IDs. Like if you work from an AMU, you should have an amu.ac.in. This is a particular email ID that is called professional email ID. So, you for joining ResearchGate nowadays, it is required to have a professional email ID. So, you can register it from a particular email ID, some basic features. Now, once you are on a profile page of ResearchGate, you are having some basic option, because it is also a social networking site. So, it has the three basic features. First is notifications, request and messages. So, once you are on this page, you can see you can have a profile photo with mentioning your name, and there is a figure of some 1.5 or 2.6 score. This is RG score, that means ResearchGate score. The scores keep on increasing as you publish more papers, or as you keep on involved in projects, or you ask more questions. So, as you can see from this particular slide, you are having some papers. How many people read this paper is also mentioned, as number of reads is mentioned, number of citations is also mentioned on this particular page. And you can see the organization which you are linked to is also there, and some brief profile description is also available in your particular profile page. From this profile page, you can go to contributions and stats and information tabs, and you can explore more options on this. As you go to another contribution page, you can see the number of papers that you have put in, like number of recent research papers, referred journals, articles and books and chapters. You can upload it. You can also upload unpublished part also in with this particular ResearchGate, right. You can put in new things, and people will able to look into your new research option. So, as we have mentioned, that professional network is a network of same mindset peoples. So, ResearchGate generally is for researchers. So, once you publish a particular content and somebody is looking for that particular set of content, a subset of this search is your particular published data, he will able to see your paper, and if he cites it, the citation will be uploaded in this particular section, right. Now, you can see that this particular section also has an option to ask question, right. You can see that we ask some questions, and the number of replies will also be mentioned in this particular slide. right. Once you ask a question, number of replies increases. You can ask questions and the person in the organization will reply back to the various answers with the various answers. Now, if we love to check what is Facebook and what is education uses. Facebook is a professional social networking website. It is a free service that allows you to create an online page to connect with friends, families and make new friends with anyone anywhere. On your Facebook page, you can first share pictures and videos, share personal messages and videos, create and join groups, and you can have more applications. You can add more and more applications to it. If you want to check how this is being used in education system, if we see this diagram, it shows that in traditional in class and on Facebook, a teacher generally asks questions, give assignments and have lectures in which a student has to physically present and have to see the assignment, submit the assignment in person to a particular teacher. It is like an overhead for a student to have all lectures, and sometimes if he is not able to understand this lecture, he cannot replay it also. So, in case of Facebook, a teacher records a lecture on his Facebook or can go live with this lecture. A student sitting anywhere around the world can see that particular lecture, can attend that particular topic, and also the teacher can create events like assignments and assessments and put up in the student's profile. The students can log into a Facebook profile page and read that particular assignment and submit that also in the online mode. Now, let us see about another professional network like personal network, which is called Tutor. It is a service for friends, families and co-workers to communicate and stay connected through the exchange of quick for frequent answers. By this definition, it is clear that Tutor can be used only for quick frequent answers. That means, long and lengthy answers or interactions are generally not supported on Tutor. This is why Tutor has generally been used. We have seen through multiple communication channels like news and everything, they ask the reactions and response through Tutor only. It is a digital communication. It is networked formed around for shared interest. The length of a message is approximately 140 characters including spaces. That means, you cannot write more than 140 characters in one tweet in a Tutor based system. In order to know about someone and his updates, you need to follow him or her. Likewise, if somebody wants to follow your updates, he has to be your follower. Some basic terminologies that we use in Tutor today is first tweet. Tweet is an individual post that somebody posts online, and another term that is used is retweet. Retweet means sharing someone else's tweet. You want to share something, you will retweet it. There is another term that we generally see when we use Tutor. This is ampersand username, an open message to a specific person with a username. This option is also available at multiple other social networking sites like WhatsApp. If you put an ampersand, it will show the number of names that are connected to you. You choose a particular username and you write your message. The message will be shown to his and or her only specific person. It is a private message type of thing. Message is a direct private message to a follower. This is another option for sending a message. Lastly, we can show a hashtag. Use of hashtag to a group or track business discussion, conference, seminar, classroom activities, etc. In teaching and learning process, we can use Tutor for first a classroom activity like discussion and another thing, seminar discussions, conferences, collaborations, library, reading list, a room change event, information and assignment deadlines. That means, if you want to share something with your classrooms, you will start assignment deadlines to a specific person or a group of person by hashtagging that particular assignment. If we see this particular screenshot, if we see this, it will make clear that ampersand is used to reply to a specific person. Hashtag means to tag a group or activity like learning and university, and you are viewing the content is written after that hashtag. That means, the content will be delivered with a particular group, and at the same time you can see a character like 77, number of characters remaining in the current tweet. That means, the characters remaining is shown in the upper right corner of that particular reply. I hope that this particular content of tools for social networks will help you in your further teaching and learning process. Thank you.